Hello. Jess is looking at me funny because I just picked up the camera and started videoing. Welcome back. I've been doing some things on the S15. Painting intakes, cleaning bonnets, and I even managed to put the head back on. I didn't video it because it was a very stressful ordeal after what happened on the dyno last time. I just didn't want to fuck it up basically, so as you can see, head's all back in now. Looks good with our ABS delete and our clean bonnet. Today basically, we're just going to start fucking chucking all this shit back on. I don't know what side I'm going to do or how much I'm going to film or whatever, but yeah, we're going to fuck around, change some shit. I'm going to replace all those shit OEM clips, or fucking hose clamps I should say, under the intake, and yeah, we're just gonna start doing shit. Also, and here, for you guys probably saw the other day, but I got this new turbo manifold, and my turbo's no longer got a internal wastegate, it's going to be external, so chuck all that shit back on, all the intake, all the wiring loom and shit, and yeah. Fuck, busy. Anyway, let's get to it. So first things first, actually we might do these hose clamps here. Want to try get these hoses off without them breaking, because these are old hoses, like fucking 20, 30 years old. So try get the hose clamp off. Use a screwdriver and just sort of like, or a pick, and just run it around the edge to break the seal on the hose without ripping it, hopefully. Well, you guys get the idea. Like this, so you just kind of run them around, and then eventually your hose will break free. See, starting to move now. Sorry about shake cam, but it'd be hard to film and do this at the same time. Anyway, get them loose, pull them off like so, and then we can start putting our new hose clamps, which are over here, on there, and getting them all sealed up properly. So I'm just going to go through, do all that, and then I'll show you the end result. So we've got them all on, I've swapped them all over, and basically the reason that you do this is because those hose clamps are shit, and obviously if your car has like a coolant leak or like anything like that, you can well, the car will just overheat basically. Your water pump doesn't work properly, it's leaking, thermostat's not opening or closing, water leaks are the main reasons for your car to overheat. So basically trying to stop that. So these hose clamps are going to clamp way better, so there'll be no leakage or anything like that. And once the intake's on, it just means that we probably shouldn't have to take it off ever again unless something happens. Fingers crossed, touch wood, all that jazz, you know how the deal goes. But anyway, I might try piss around now and repin my injector plugs off camera, because I've never done it before. Repin them for my new injector setup, so that way we can put this whole intake side back on. So yeah, I'll fuck around and do that and see what happens. So unfortunately I can't repin the injector, so we can't put the whole intake side on, but we can put half of it on. So we'll put this lower piece in, and we'll chuck my new fuel rail in. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Fuel rail, 1000cc top feed Bosch short stumpy injectors. So that's what I need to repin the plugs for these. But yeah, we'll bang this in and get it all situated, I guess. Get it ready for the hard lines, or the fuel lines, and fucking mint. And then we might jump onto the turbo side. We'll see how we go. So before we chuck the intake on, we got to chuck my gasket in, like so. Then we put Mr. Hard Piece in, wherever he is. Big Mr. Hard Piece, what the fuck. What am I on about? This piece. Oh. Freshly painted. Nice and black like everything else on this engine. He shits in here like so. Mint. Easy. So once you got them sitting on there, I like to put this hose on when he's still nice and flexible. Make sure it's nice and tight. So now all those hoses are good. Remember that you got these brackets here. This one here also attaches to them right there, and then that one there which holds your heater hoses lines and stuff like that. Grab your plugs for your knock sensor, pull him through, because remember we run our loom down in through here, so everything's going to be tucked. These wires kind of stretch up thankfully and get everything else on top of the intake manifold, but for now we'll just remember to put them all through here. This one plugs up in here. Our injector loom has the ones for coolant, temp and stuff like that. These are for your throttle body, your TPS and all that. And then obviously this one, he plugs in just here, nice and tight on the front of the motor there if it wasn't broken. Just sit him in here so it makes him look like he's supposed to be there like that. So you got your loom all situated. This is for my map sensor, so he kind of runs through here. And what else? Yeah, put your bolts in, I guess, make sure everything's tight. So I just sat my new fuel rail in, mainly because I forgot that I'm not using these anymore. So I need to get rid of some of this stuff somehow, especially the return, because obviously the feed's going to go in here, or feed can go in there and return there, back down to there. I don't know, I need to work it out, but I don't need all of these anymore, so I need to delete it, some of them from here and down there somewhere, get rid of them. So luckily I haven't bolted this on yet, so I'll pull them back off, make some room, then bolt them on. So I got all those lines off. Obviously you still need your fuel filter, so don't get rid of him, leave him there. But I was thinking about it, this is definitely going to go to the feed to here, because the return's going to come out of here, fuel pressure regulator, now that you don't have one on your factory rail. And yeah, Jess is trying to talk to me and I'm videoing. Hold on. What's up?
How much do you want?
2 please. Thanks. Jess is making me lunch, thanks Jess. Yeah, so yeah, fuel goes in, fuel comes out, fuel pressure regulator, the vacuum source, fuel goes back to the tank, blah blah blah. Now we can get around to securing this all down, putting all these brackets and stuff on, so I'm going to do that real quick. Then put all my fuel rail mounted in nicely, and then I might jump onto the other side real quick and slap the turbo side back on. What's up, welcome back. Working on the Silvia again today. I want to try to get as much of this wrapped up because I want to put this car back on the ground. I want to tidy up my garage, there's shit everywhere. Parts and shit for people, but you know. Anyway, yesterday, got the intake side half on and the injectors half in. I realised that I couldn't finish putting the intake side on because I need to repin my injector plugs for my new Bosch 1000cc injectors. That's a lot of talking. I ended up putting the catch can in just for shits and gigs because I got bored. People were around just having a yarn and I was just showing them sort of how everything went. So I need to take that back off real quickly. And then I want to put the hot side in. Once I've got the hot side in, finish all this intercooler piping on here and put my radiator back in and put my catch can back in that pipe. So then all that will be left will be to put the top half of my intake on and run my lines for fuel, which won't be too hard. So yeah, I'm gonna get it to the point where basically everything on that side's done, everything in the front is done, and then it's just this half chilling, so I can make my fuel lines and run my fuel pressure regulator and stuff. So I need to snake this here snaily boy and turbo into here, put all the lines on. So I'm gonna try to do this off camera because it's a bit of a mission, but you guys will get the idea. Just feed them down in here, put your lines in. So you got oil, water, and water here. Yeah, put them all on, slide the manifold onto the exhaust studs, put the bolts on, make them nice and tight, and then we just have our oil drain, which I'll do from underneath, and put our dump pipe on and connect our V-band, and that's all done. So as you can see, I've just got one nut holding the manifold in place, but it gives me a bit of room to move this around. And then I've gone and I've put my water feed on, my oil feed, and then my last one is my water return. He kind of snakes up to that empty hole there, so I'll push around, get him on, and then start tightening down our manifold. So I've got everything hooked up, and to be honest, the routing on these lines is a bit average, as you can see, just because they're so fucking long, but kind of snakes down into the turbo there. Same there. I'm just gonna maybe have to put something on this line here because it's resting against this piece of metal. So I might just cut some rubber hose and cable tie it on or something just to stop it from rubbing through this water line and causing a leak later on. But as you can see, everything's on, just got to tighten them up. And yeah, then we're on to tightening down the turbo, or the manifold I should say, to the head. So I've got my manifold all on tight now. I am missing a few bolts, as you guys are going to see. They are actually on the studs from the other head, so I've got them in the car. I'll take them to work with me tomorrow, put them in the vise, get them off, bring them back home tomorrow, put them on. But I've left all the easy ones that are pretty accessible, one here and one there, so I'll be able to get those. No sweat, well, everything else is on, so there's no drama. For the sake of the video, we're just going to carry on. So next thing, I've done this up tight again because I moved it to get my bolt through there. Put this front turbo outlet thingy on, and then this one. Get ready for intercooler piping. Then I can put this oil dipstick back in and my downpipe on, so we'll get to it. So I had Ethan do this up nicely for me while he had the car. I just got him to pull the existing drain or thing out for the breather from the rock cover, and he just put a little frost plug in there. So now my catch can just obviously runs over there, which you guys will see soon, but yeah, done nicely, so slap that on. Just like so. Put these. One down there and one. These are a real odd size too, so they're kind of aids to get to and put on, but oh well. So I've got this pipe on now, and this one here, and even my oil drain. So chuck on this downpipe now and get this whole hot side pretty much sorted. I must say, deleting ABS has made this whole putting back together thing so much easier. Like, there's just so much fucking room in here now. Yeah, it's pretty crazy actually. Just put my dump pipe down in there, be able to get all the bolts nice and easily. I could do my oil drain from the top instead of from the bottom. Good call, I reckon. So I've just got my dump pipe in, as you can see down in there. Got them all on with spring washers as well, so all good to go. The last thing I need to do for for the exhaust side is put on this here clamp, which is my V-band clamp, just to the downpipe. Basically gonna call it quits here today, I think, because I want to go pick up my little dog from my parents, Louis, if you guys don't know, the little Frenchie, and take him for a walk. So tidy up my mess, put this on. You guys won't see that, but put this on just down in there, and call that a day for today's video. So thanks guys for watching, appreciate it. We'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and subscribe.